And so when we have personality-driven ministries, what happens is now we have personality-driven people. Because now people don't come to church for God. Now people get upset when their favorite person ain't doing what they want them to do. It's going to get real hot up in this. See, that's why you get an attitude with the praise and worship team, because if your favorite singer ain't singing. Now you're sitting down on them. I can't stand what she sings. She make me sick. Oh, sorry, something. Then your favorite singer get up. Personality driven. That's when it gets to the point. That's why I'm a pastor can say, hey, I'm not going. That's why pastors don't announce when they ain't going to be in church no more.
That's right.
Because we know for a fact. Oh, y'all playing with me again. I know it's here because I know it happens in my own church. Let pastor say, hey, I'm going to be away next Sunday. Oh, it's visiting time for the saints. Pastor ain't going to be here, but child, I'm going to stay home. I'm going to be asleep, watch TVN, get my word, and I can keep my money this week because I'm not sending my tithes in because pastor ain't here. Because personality driven, man. And when it becomes personality driven, then guess what happens? Then now, church doesn't become about Jesus, it becomes all about me. I'm not coming to serve him, I'm coming to get me done. Here's an interesting thing that you might want to think about for 35 seconds, is that when was the last time you showed up into church and said, God, how can I serve you today? Okay. Let me proof text that question. We might shout for this part right here. Okay, so if we shout, man, just don't play because we'll stay here all night on this one. I want to be the guy who doesn't have a name, but just has a reputation with God through my service. Okay. This is going to help you out, okay, bro? The Bible says that Jesus was on one of his crusades, and when he was on one of his crusades, what happened was that he got hungry and he got tired. So what he did was he stopped by Mary and Martha's house and Lazarus' house. Stopped by there frequently. Stopped by there frequently enough that Lazarus is called his friend or his lover. Stops by the house, and there it is that Martha says, oh my, Jesus is coming. So Martha goes into the kitchen, and she starts cooking up the gravy, and she starts cooking up the yams and frying the chicken, and get everything ready, set the table, making sure that the peach cobbler is going to be good, and she looking up everything in the kitchen. Jesus shows up, and he sits in the chair right where Ron is sitting, and then you have Mary laying at his feet. Mary is then taking her hair, releases her hair, and she begins to wipe his feet. And she's sitting there in worship while Mary's in the kitchen working. While Mary's in the kitchen working, then what Mary says, Martha's in the kitchen working, Martha looks at Jesus and says, Jesus, I'm in here sweating like a Hebrew slave, and she's sitting there laying at your feet. Tell her to get her monkey tail up, get up in this kitchen, and help me out. Jesus says, boo, I didn't ask you to cook. That's right. What she's doing is what I have need of. Watch now. Fast forward to John chapter 11. John chapter 11 says that Lazarus is sick. When Lazarus is sick in John chapter 11, Lazarus now, they send a message to Jesus. This is how you know that Jesus loved Lazarus so much. Now this is the part that we might shout about right here. Jesus loved Lazarus so much that they sent a message, the one whom you love is ill, and Jesus immediately knew who they were talking about. Can somebody send a message to God and use your reputation and he knows who he's talking about? Come on now. Okay, watch that. The text thing goes on to say, right? The text goes on to say, is that now, they send the message, you say, I'm going to stay where I am for 3 more days, I'm going to chill out, don't trip, this is for God's glory. Watch what happens. In the beginning of John chapter 11, it talks about Lazarus, the one who he loved. He was the brother, this is John chapter 11, verse number 1. It says that this Lazarus is the brother of Martha and Mary. Then it says, watch, this is the same Mary. Listen, this is the same Mary that washed Jesus' feet with the tears and wiped them with her hair. Watch now. Martha comes up, right? Jesus shows up. Martha comes up and starts tripping. You'd been here early. My brother would have died. I know she was assistant, so her neck was going and all this stuff. You'd been here early. My brother would have died. Here's what I'm There's a difference between a worker and a worshiper. A worker always feels as though they have to go out and help God. A worshiper knows how to wait on him.
That's right.
Martha goes out to meet him. Jesus checks him. Says, boo, let me tell you the reason why you rolled up in here thinking that you can say what you want to say to me.